Hello everyone, this is Miss Siddiqui here. This is your first SAT vocabulary video. In this video we will talk about how to take notes on vocabulary videos and we will introduce the words for week 1. Let's get started. So, what you will do is I will pronounce the word for you and you will practice pronouncing the word aloud. Then you will read the 2 sample sentences I've constructed and examine the picture of the word. Based on the context of the sentences, I want you to write down a guess for the vocabulary word based on what you can figure out from the sentences. Then write down that guess in your notes. Then copy the definition of the vocabulary word, which will appear moments later. Once you have copied the definition, write your own original sentence using the vocabulary word based on the definition and the sample sentences. Let's take a look at the handout. So, for instance, this week, here are the 10 words. It's actually 8 words and 2 Latin roots. What you will do when you see the slides is you will copy the word that we're focusing on, read the sentences, sample sentences, write down your guess right here. Once you have a guess down, copy the definition, and then write your own original sentence using the word. Let's get started. The first word is prattle. Read the 2 sample sentences, then try to think about what the word prattle could mean based on the context. Write down that guess. Once you're ready, copy this definition. Pause the video if you need to. Prattle means to talk about nothing, meaningless chatter. Now that you've copied down the definition of prattle, try to use it in your own original sentence and write that down. Pause the video if you need to. The next word is obsequious. Try pronouncing the word obsequious, then read the 2 sample sentences below. Once you've read them, write down your guess for the word obsequious. Write down that guess. Pause the video if you need to. The definition of obsequious is fawning or sucking up. Copy down that definition and then try to use the word obsequious in your own original sentence. Pause the video if you need to. This next word is lascivious. Pronounce the word lascivious and take a look at both the picture and the 2 sample sentences. Read the sample sentences and write down your guess for the word lascivious. Copy down that guess. And pause the video if you need to. When you're ready, copy down this definition. Salacious, highly sexual, wanton. Copy down that definition and then try to use the word lascivious in your own sentence. So for instance, this woman in the corner is trying to be lascivious. Pause the video if you need to. The next word is timorous. Say that word aloud and then read the 2 sample sentences. Write down your guess for the word timorous in your note sheet. Then, when you're ready, copy down this definition, but pause if you need to write down your guess first. Timorous means fearful, nervous, or apprehensive. Copy down that definition and try to use the word timorous in your notebook. For instance, this woman biting her nails is very timorous. Once you've completed your original sentence, you can move on to the next word. Otherwise, pause the video. The next word is valiant. Take a look at the two sample sentences and try to pronounce the word valiant. And once you have read the sentences, write down your guess for the word valiant. And when you're ready, copy the definition below. So read the sentences first. Oops. Sorry about that. Here we are. Valiant means brave or honorable. Copy down that definition and then try to use the word valiant in your own original sentence. The next word is evoke. Read the two sample sentences and try to guess what the word evoke, which is a verb, means. Then write down that guess. When you're ready, copy the following definition. Otherwise, pause this video. Evoke means to bring forth a response or emotion to. Copy down that definition and try to use the word evoke in your own original sentence. When you finish that original sentence, you'll be ready for the next word. Otherwise, pause the video. The next word is belligerent. Please read the two sample sentences and then make a guess for the word belligerent based on the picture and the sentences. Once you have a guess, write it down and then copy the following definition. If you're not ready, pause the video. Belligerent means argumentative or quarrelsome. Copy this definition and then write your own original sentence using the word. The next word is syntax. Read the two sample sentences with the word syntax. Take a look at the picture and then try to guess what you think syntax means. When you're ready, you should copy the following definition. Otherwise, pause the video now. Syntax refers to the order of words in a particular sentence. Write your own original sentence using the word. Make sure you have both the definition and the sentence when you're done. The two Latin roots for this week are ant and pro. The example words that contain the Latin root ant are antagonist, anti-aircraft, anti-discrimination. The word ant is part of all three of those words, so try to figure out what the root ant could mean based on your understanding of those three words. The word the Latin root pro is a part of the three words protagonist, pro-life, and progress. Based on those words, try to figure out what the root pro, which is contained in all of them, might mean. Write down your guess and then copy this definition. Pro means forward or forth or in favor of, and ant means opposed to or against. What you should do for your example is come up with a sentence that uses a word that contains the Latin roots. Do one sentence for ant and one sentence for pro. This concludes the end of SAT Vocabulary Video Week 1. Make sure that your note page is completely filled out. That means that there are 8 words with 8 guesses, 8 definitions, and 8 original sentences, and that there are also 2 Latin roots with 2 guesses and 2 original sentences that contain words that contain the Latin root. Once you have made sure that your note sheet is completed, you should be done with the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.